He is a well-known radio jockey and playwright in the United Arab Emirates.
One day, just destiny took me to Churchgate, where there was All India radio station, and I was just roaming around and just to.
He has an experience of over 2 decades in the industry.
There's so many Indians are here. But yeah, the films and festivals. Film is the biggest connection, I think, between UAE and India.
NewsX proudly presents the Waku Diaspora Dialogue with Gagan Mudgal. Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX Waku Diaspora Broadcasting Network. My name is Megha Sharma. Joining me on the broadcast is a guest from Dubai, UAE, Gagan Mudgal. He has an experience of 22 years in radio. He's a creative head and presenter in one of the most famous radio stations in UAE, in Dubai. He's a theater actor as well. He's a playwright and a voiceover artist as well. It's good to have you, Gagan, on the show.
Thank you so much, Megha. Pleasure. Thank you so much.
Gagan, first things first, 22 years as a journey, as a radio jockey. How would you narrate your experience in a nutshell?
It's been wonderful. I never decided that I want to do radio. It was never part of the plan. I came to Bombay. I was an actor. I am an actor still, but I came to Bombay to do theater and TV and films. And then one day, just destiny took me to Churchgate, where there was All India radio station, and I was just roaming around and just to kill time, I went inside. And then I've still not come out of that radio station. Since 1999, I'm inside that radio station where I went just to kill time. So it's been amazing. I started in Bombay and now I'm here.
How is your experience in a transition that took place from Mumbai to Dubai, United Arab Emirates? How did that change happen?
In 2002, I came to Dubai, to UAE. It's been 19 years, and I was hired by Arabian Radio Network to be a part of a Hindi radio station. We were setting it up then. The good part is that, UAE and India are quite similar. You never feel, whenever you're here, you never feel that you're out of India in terms of festivals and, community, people, everything is similar. So, we all go crazy for Hindi songs, Bollywood songs, wherever we are. So when we started a radio station here, it was quite similar. In fact, I always say this, and I'll keep saying this, that, people who are away from their country, they miss the country more. And, an impact of a song is more here than when you listen to it in India or wherever else in India. So there is something about doing radio in UAE or anywhere abroad. The impact is more, I guess.
I totally agree with you. And with the maximum number of the Indian diaspora that is located in the UAE and Dubai especially, and remittances that are coming in, do you get to interact with a lot of Indians, keeping in mind you are an RJ at a Hindi radio station? You must be getting a lot of requests. You must be getting a lot of these people who are reminiscing about their country, wanting to listen, refreshing their old memories. How does the entire experience be like?
Amazing. So right now I'm not doing this show, but I have done this show called Chhod Aaye Wo Galiyan, which is like a very nostalgic show. And people from all walks of life have come to this show, and they have cried. They have remembered their city, their country, their lane, their cycle, their scooter, their friends, everything. And yes, we keep meeting these people every day. Luckily, UAE is a small country, and the social life is pretty interesting here. Like in Bombay, when I was in Bombay or whenever I go there, I can't attend more than 1 or 2 parties, get-togethers on a weekend. But in UAE, sometimes we go to 3 or 4 get-togethers. So the interaction is a lot more. And we keep meeting people also in a radio station or wherever we go, people from all walks of life and who's and who's of Dubai. I keep meeting them. I keep listening to them and their stories and how they've made billions and billions of dollars here in this country.
Yeah, exactly. Like some of the richest Indians are located in United Arab Emirates, in Dubai especially. They've gone ahead and built their careers. They've gone ahead and built their fortunes over there. And I like to ask you that you go ahead and interact with so many people from various walks of life, various arenas, various fields, and it's interesting to understand their stories. How does the Arab world look at Indian community, keeping in mind also that it's quite the mixture? I think there must be the Indian population must be much more than the native Arab population in Dubai.
No, they are pretty friendly, and the relationship is amazing. There is respect, and Indians came here even before UAE was formed. So that relationship is amazing. They also love Bollywood. So when they don't know anything else, they talk about Amitabh Bachchan or Shah Rukh Khan or a song, and they're extremely helpful. Whenever you go to like government offices or even people who are doing business, they are extremely helpful, supportive, and they like it. They like it that, you know, Indians, there's so many Indians are here. But yeah, the films and festivals, film is the biggest connection, I think, between UAE and India.
I totally.
And
I think
yeah,
film, Bollywood and cricket are the two
yeah,
connections, and I think Bollywood makes it bigger when it comes to Dubai, when it comes to UAE. Also, kind of the soft part that we're going ahead and looking to bring about an image transformation, which has already happened when it comes to the relations, bilateral relations between India and Dubai, between India and UAE. Do you think we can further this cause by way of our soft pass? Does cricket come a close second when it comes to the population of Dubai, which is also very cosmopolitan?
cricket. So Arabs are more of football fans, but all the Indians who are living here, they go crazy about cricket. And luckily now we have IPL coming in, we have World Cup coming in, which is a big thing. So Indians are pretty excited. But yeah, last time also when IPL happened here, we could not go, and everyone was asking and everyone was talking about it. Are you getting passes? Are you getting invites? Can I buy tickets? So yeah, Arabs are not cricket fans. They are more of football fans. But expats, you know how.
Bollywood fans, and that's exactly why we have so many of these Bollywood personalities, heroes, actors, superstars that have gotten their homes
Big
in
time.
UAE, in Dubai. We take a look at Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan and Amir Khans of the world.
Everyone.
Gone ahead and bought their homes, they've gotten properties, and they come several times to perform over there at private ceremonies, public ceremonies as well, because that's the kind of pull Bollywood has.
Yeah, if you think about it, going from Bombay to Calcutta or coming to Dubai from Bombay is like almost the same. And the kind of lifestyle you get, and people who are mad for cars, this is the place you can buy whatever you want. And lifestyle is amazing. You get like big houses here in Bombay. Even if you spend like 6-7 crores, you'll not get such a big house. So that is the advantage. So many people, and even post COVID now, more people are coming from India, and they're investing here. So this is a good news. This is home away from home, literally, because when you land here, you never feel like you're away from India.
What should be the next steps when it comes to the bilateral ties between both the nations, keeping in mind there is at this point of time a shift that has taken place when it comes to the diplomatic relationship between the Ministry of External Affairs over here in India versus the UAE? How can artists like you, how can liberal arts, how can soft power, the likes of Bollywood, maybe cricket not as much, but several other arenas that can come together to give the much needed momentum that is required, that is already being put in the right direction for the hard powers to come in when it comes to defense, when it comes to strategic ties, when it comes to diplomacy between the both nations.
So the good part is, as you said, artists, the good part is now UAE is giving 10-year visa, golden visa to all the artists, which was not there earlier. It was only for people who invested money. So even like a small artist who has just started or whatever, spent a couple of years, artists are getting 10-year visa. So from all across the world, not only from India, people are moving to this country. And in last 2-3 years, a lot of things have changed, and they were always supportive. But now with the visa thing, everyone is now happy. Now they have opened up a lot of auditoriums also. I've heard that they are opening more places for people to perform. And I see, more things happening here. And in terms of the relationship between India and UAE, I think we are the largest expats here. And it has always been good. And with Mr. Modi coming here like 2-3 times, and I keep seeing, front page of every newspaper, I can see that there is like a lot of things happening between both the countries. And trade, I'm sure UAE, this UAE does a lot of trading with India. So things are pretty okay. And I'm sure the future looks really nice from here.
You have also gone ahead and said it interacted with a lot of Indian tycoons that have made it big in United Arab Emirates, in Dubai. What have the lessons that they have learned? There are the big brands like Lulu and Joy Lucas and several others that are really, really big, that have made tremendous progress, that have made tremendous wealth, locating themselves headquartered in Dubai, in UAE. Are there more avenues at this point of time to build about a more liberal? I would say Dubai is already a liberal economy, keeping in mind that tourism is something that it runs on, that it thrives on. Are there more such aspects that can open up the economy of UAE, Dubai especially, for further of these exchanges that happen, trade and otherwise, cultural and otherwise, between both the nations?
So to answer your first question, yes, I have met a lot of people who have done really, really well in life. I've spent time with them, a lot of time, and I've seen this is amazing in this country how they came with like say 10,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees, and they have made billions and billions of dollars. As I said, I've met many, not one or two, met almost like 90%. I met only 10% people who had money and who came to Dubai. Otherwise, people who are working in like supermarkets, or they were in the factory or whatever. One thing what they have done, what they have told me is this country, it's very easy. They support a lot when you start a business. The complications are less, the formalities are less. It's very like A to B to C. So if you are hardworking and if you have little bit of brain, anyone, I mean, people do well. And if you're like extra smart, like how Mr. Yusuf Ali has done, he's done like tremendously well. And Mr. Rizwan Sarjan from Daniel, there's so many people I meet who have made a lot of money, and they all thank this country always, because you can fulfill all your dreams here if you're a little bit sorted in your head. Whatever you have ever dreamt of, living in a palace to having companies all over the world, you can do this in this country. There's no doubt about it.
Gagan, you yourself have made a mark for yourself in the industry, in the arena that you went yourself and built yourself from Mumbai, the journey to Dubai, to UAE. What is the message that you would like to give to Indians living over here in India and across all continents?
So every time I go to India or wherever in the world, Megha, I'll just tell you this, if I'm going to Greece or wherever, like, I was in Istanbul recently, people, when they hear that I am from Dubai, the first reaction is Dubai. Wow. This is the reaction I have seen, heard everywhere I went from here. So even in India, when I go and, there's this charm about Dubai, there's something about Dubai. They keep seeing the Burj Khalifa fireworks and all the good things which we show them. So a lot of people want to move to Dubai, and they always say that it's close, it's just 2.5 hour flight. So the message is, if they want to do something extraordinary, I'm sure they in a family, there are 2, 3 brothers, 4 brothers, 2 are here, 2 are in India. They can do a lot of trading between India and UAE. So sky is the limit. If you want to come to Dubai, this is the time. You can buy a good house, which you have always dreamt. And you should be here. This is what I want to say to all the people who want to come here.
Absolutely. Congratulations once again, Gagan, for going ahead and making it big.
Thank you.
Making Indians proud, Indians who have been living in Dubai, in United Arab Emirates, and have accumulated wealth and have been sending out remittances India's way. So that's hats off to the kind of efforts, the hard work and enterprising nature of Indians to go ahead and build money, build funds, build a new life in the desert that has an extremely huge allure to the entire world. I thank you once again for joining me on the broadcast.
NewsX ITV network have proudly launched the WAKU Diaspora Broadcasting Network.
WAKU DBN will be India's first mainstream platform dedicated to the diaspora community. Help support us, become WAKU patrons at memboro.com/WAKU. You will get the first access to our interviews, make recommendations, merchandise access, ask questions, and get a shout out of thanks on our TV shows.
You can also suggest to us who should get the WAKU Golden Chakra Awards, and also tell us who should get into the WAKU Hall of Fame. Limited memberships are available at 100 rupees per month on Memboro WAKU.
Sign up now. Log on to memboro.com/WAKU.